Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Jason Crankin. On behalf of the Hamilton Rotary Club, Lindenwald Kiwanis, and the Greater Hamilton Chamber, welcome to the 2018 State of the Schools. Tim Nab, you have our prayer and pledge today.
Good afternoon. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we gather today to celebrate our schools, students, their families, educators, staff, and administrations, all charged with the hows and whys in the process of education. We are like-minded in wishing to ensure best possible outcomes for students of all ages, ethnicities, backgrounds, and all learning capacities as they are being prepared to become our next generation of leaders, decision makers, workers, and models for generations to follow. Lord, thank you for bringing us together today. We ask you to watch over our loved ones, those in the armed forces in service to our country, first responders, and all public and safety individuals. We thank you for the food prepared for us today and for your countless blessings. We pray these petitions in your holy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Tim. We're going to kick this off. I'm going to introduce Dan Bates, president of the Hamilton Chamber. He's our MC for the program today. Dan?
Thank you, Jason, and welcome once again to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I know that you're all excited to hear from all of our educational institutions, and once you hear all the exciting things that are going on in Hamilton and the region, you'll just be amazed because I know some of the messages that are coming forward today. Great time to be in Hamilton from an educational perspective. First of all, I want to thank our Chamber Centennial sponsors. I always have trouble with that word. Barclay Card US, ButlerTech, City of Hamilton, Fort Hamilton Hospital, Mercy Health Fairfield, and StarTech. Special thanks to our event sponsor today, ButlerTech. Thank you. I also want to do a shout out to TV Hamilton, who works tirelessly in our community, attends everybody's events, captures everything on video, and if you haven't been following the new videos they're putting out to promote the city of Hamilton, they are doing a great job of promoting our city and the excitement and enthusiasm that exists within our perimeter. So thank you, TV Hamilton. With that, it is my pleasure to bring up and introduce our first speaker, who is Brian Pendergast, the principal of Badin High School.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the Rotary Club, Lindenwald Kiwanis, the Greater Hamilton Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity to speak with you today. It's always an honor to be part of this program. Students in Hamilton and in Butler County are fortunate to have a variety of excellent educational opportunities to choose from. We're very proud to be one of those options. There are three statements you'll hear a lot around Badin. Those are our mission statement, our vision statement, and our motto. Our mission at Badin High School is to inspire young men and women to achieve their personal best, live their faith, and lead the future. Our vision is to profoundly shape the way students think, achieve, serve, and lead. And our motto is serving God, serving others. All three of these are not just taglines, but are important parts of our school that shape our decisions and our actions. All three of them are related. Each of our students have God-given gifts and talents that are unique to each one of them. Each student excels in different areas. Our job is to help each student discover their gifts and talents and to develop those gifts and talents to their fullest potential. Our curriculum allows students to find their interest and passion, and develop skills to build a foundation for success. We have students that need academic support, and we have students who excel academically well beyond what any of us took in high school. Regardless of the student's academic ability, or future career goals, we have a wide variety of classes that will challenge them to achieve their personal best. One of the areas that I'm very proud of is the fact that we do have a wide variety of courses for them to choose from. If your passion is in the art, music, technology, theater, engineering, business, or in the core courses, we have it at Badin. Not only do we have the courses in each of these areas, but we have extracurricular activities that enhance these subjects and provide real-life opportunities for our students. We want all of our students to be exposed to as many opportunities and courses as possible so they can find their true passion. There are so many great things going on at Badin right now that I could stand up here for a long period of time. However, we are in a time crunch, so I'll only touch on a few of those today. As the only Catholic high school in Butler County, our focus is faith development. Our religion courses are obviously an important part of this program. However, it's our retreat program and Christian service program that allow our students to gain a deeper understanding of God's plan for them and to put their own faith into action. We've created a new service learning program that started this year. Our students have always done service and will continue to do service for years to come. However, this new program is designed to help students understand their role and responsibility as a child of God. This is an intentional 4-year program. The freshman year's theme is awareness. The action plan is to participate in interactive educational experiences at Badin during their freshman year. These experiences will invite students to think and talk about the social justice issues facing our community and our world. The sophomore year theme is called to action. This plan will introduce students to the local nonprofits that are serving the needs in our community through community fairs that we'll be hosting, and to discover how to use their gifts and talents to meet these needs and put their faith into action. The junior year theme will be relationship. Our action plan will invite students to commit to service at a nonprofit organization for 10 hours each semester, building the kind of relationships that is true service, and it creates change. The final year, senior year, is servant leadership. The action plan will have students lead through service by completing a capstone project at their selected agency. Last summer, we introduced a new mission trip program. Students and faculty members went to Guatemala with Cooperative for Education and Salisbury Hill in rural Indiana. Both opportunities provided students the ability to put their faith into action and to live out their faith. Next summer, our international trip will take students to the Dominican Republic. We'll also be returning to Salisbury Hill and adding a third mission trip to Nazareth Farm in West Virginia. This past October, we renewed our affiliation with the Sisters of Notre Dame de Namur, who are in charge of Notre Dame High School here in Hamilton. We're excited to renew our affiliation and to incorporate the educational hallmarks the sisters have created based on the educational philosophy of Sister Julie Billiard. These hallmarks mirror the core values that have been established at Badin since we opened. Over the last decade, most Catholic high schools, locally and nationally, have seen a decline in enrollment. However, that's not the case at Badin. We are growing and continue to grow each year since 2010. In 2010, we had 449 students. Today, we have 575 students and anticipated enrollment of over 600 for next year. Why are we seeing this increased enrollment? I think there are a couple different factors. One of them is definitely the resurgence of Hamilton and all the great things going on in the city that's brought a lot of enthusiasm to the area. But also we believe in terms of Badin High School itself that it's due to the outstanding education and faith development that our students receive. Students have the opportunity to receive a top-notch education, work with tremendous teachers who take our mission to heart and strive to make sure that every student achieves their personal best. As a result of our increased enrollment, we'll be starting a building project in the summer of 2018. The new Student Development Center will connect the main building to the Fearman Family Activity Center. The addition will house a new college and career center for our counselors, a new campus ministry area, and offices for our athletic department and development offices. There will also be a 2,200 square foot student commons that will provide students needed space for group projects, gathering for meetings and presentations. By moving the different departments to this new building, we'll be able to regain 2 classrooms, which are currently being used for offices. The need for these classrooms is due to our increased enrollment. This $1.8 million addition will be the first building addition to the school since the Fearman Center in 2005. The funds for this project come from our very generous and loyal donors and community supporters who believe in Badin High School. We are excited to expand our building to better serve our students. Even though there are some exciting changes at Badin, some things remain the same. 96% of our seniors go on to college and are extremely prepared for the rigors that they face. At this point this year, 90% of our seniors have completed their college applications. Many of the students have already been accepted to their colleges of choice, including Miami, Xavier, Ohio State, UC, UD, IU, Butler, Alabama, Purdue, Illinois, Arizona State, Baylor, University of Tennessee, and University of Oklahoma. Once again, we have National Merit Assembly finalists and a National Merit Commended student in our senior class, along with numerous AP scholars. Since 2010, Badin has had 25 students recognized by the National Merit Corporation. Since 2000, we've had 60 students recognized. The last two graduating classes combined were offered over $45 million in academic scholarships. This year's class has already amassed over $5 million so far, and we know that number will continue to grow. Our students continue to do a variety of service projects here in the community. Community Meal Center on Friday nights, collecting over 9,300 canned goods for the local food pantry in the fall, partnering with local nonprofits to provide educational opportunities for young students, and collecting gift cards to send to a high school in Houston that was devastated by the hurricane. Our students continue to make a positive difference and to live their faith. They also continue to pursue leadership opportunities while they're at time at Badin. We're part of a group called Inter Alliance, a tech group exposing our students to the top executives and IT leaders in the Cincinnati area. As a result of this partnership, last summer we had 2 students that received internships as a result of being part of Inter Alliance. One of those internships was at GE, the other one was at P&G. What a great accomplishment to have on your resume before you've even stepped foot into college. The current DECA state president, Noah Connington, is a Badin grad who's now in his freshman year at UD. Our students, along with students from Hamilton High, participate each year in the Civics Day program, allowing them to learn about the local leadership here. Our students are preparing to be leaders of the future. A school is really about the people. We're blessed to have an amazing group of students led by an outstanding senior class. We have a top-notch faculty and staff who truly care about students and we're willing to go the extra mile for them. I'd like to publicly thank our faculty and staff for everything that they do for our students. Students at Badin become part of a community that is alive, strong, and prepares them to be active members for society. More importantly, they become part of the Badin family, a family that is always there to support, encourage, and challenge them. The future of Badin High School is very bright. We continue to challenge ourselves to provide the best possible education for our students so that they're able to achieve their personal best, live their faith, and lead the future. I would like to recognize and thank the members of our school board who provide tremendous guidance, support, and encouragement. Their vision and leadership have made a huge difference in our school in the future. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students at Badin, I would like to thank all of you for your support and encouragement that you provide not only to Badin High School, but to all the schools in the area. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today, and please know that you're always welcome to stop by and see for yourself the Badin family in action. It is now my pleasure to introduce John Graft, Superintendent of ButlerTech.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is John Graft. I'm the Superintendent CEO of ButlerTech. It's my pleasure to be here this afternoon. I will try to give you brief updates about what's happening at ButlerTech in under 7 minutes. So if I get past the 7 minutes, I'd like for some folks to start waving and telling me that you're at the 7-minute mark, and want to make sure that I honor everybody's time. And I know we have some other excellent speakers that'll be a part of this. But the mission of ButlerTech about transforming lives to make our students career ready and college prepared. We're working with students in obtaining College Credit Plus through a variety of the partnerships that we have, one through the Miami University as well as Cincinnati State and Sinclair. Even at one of our campuses, we're offering 20 college credit courses alone at just that one campus, offering multiple pathways for graduation, as well as options for students to join the military if they wish to. But I really want to turn the attention today about innovation, because that is what we're about. And if you'll notice that we have a couple of the logos that are here, the ButlerTech logo, and I know that you have a variety of different flyers at your table today. It seems like marketing is becoming very, very important in the education world. But I want to draw your attention to our new ButlerTech logo, because it is about innovation, and it's about the growth and expansion that we're looking to really revolutionize our public education system. And I know that we have a lot of advocates in the room, we have a lot of educators in the room, a lot of business and industry in the room. And what I want to share with you today is that ButlerTech wants to be a part of the education revolution, because frankly speaking, public education hasn't changed in a long time. More times than not, when you start your kindergarten year, all of you started at 4 or 5 years old. You started at 5 years old, and then 180 days from there, you moved on to the next grade, to the next grade, to the next grade. That system no longer works for the students, and frankly, it has not worked for our business and industry for a number of years. So what we're trying to accomplish is that our schools need to innovate, and ButlerTech wants to be at the forefront of that. And I share this next story with you as an example. There was an offer to buy Netflix, and if all of us could collect all the money that we have in the room, we probably wouldn't have enough, but it was an offer in 2004 for $50 million. This company could have bought Netflix for $50 million. This company had 60,000 employees and 9,000 stores in 2004. And what they said about Netflix and what they said about Redbox, their CEO said, they are not considered a competitor of ours. Can anybody tell me the name of that company? Blockbuster. And if you'd like to go to one of your local Blockbuster stores, there are 7 in Alaska of 10 that are remaining. So the relevancy of what we need to do in public education, I think we're in a transformative time, and ButlerTech wants to be a part of that. So our ways of innovation, we're going to try incremental innovations, we're going to try breakthrough innovations, and we're going to try transformational innovations. And we're going to do this in 4 areas. One, for our facilities, our programming, 3 areas. Our facilities, our programming, and our advocacy. And here are some highlights about some things that we're trying to do to innovate. One is our LaSwordsville campus. Our adult education programs are growing. The need for students who have graduated high school but need to get credentials and need to get into a viable middle class, upper middle class income position is in very high demand. Just as you see a resurgence in Hamilton and the revitalization of Hamilton, we're seeing a revitalization in manufacturing and in healthcare especially. So with that being said, we're investing $3 million to add 23 classrooms to that facility at LaSwordsville. And if you're familiar with that, LaSwordsville Lake, Americana if you're a little bit younger. But that campus at 27 acres, we will open that in August of 2018. Our investment of over $400,000 with our School of the Arts renovation, which will be at our D. Russell Lee campus. We're excited to be able to double the size and the number of students that we're going to be able to serve in our School of the Arts program. We're looking at upgrading our CNC machining labs, and from any of you who know anything about the machines trade and additive technology, skilled manufacturing is alive and well, and our machining labs need upgraded, and we're happy to report that we have $125,000 of commitments from companies, local companies who are saying they want to assist us in upgrading our machining lab. So we're very excited about that. We're also at this point looking for a developer to expand our bioscience campus in Westchester. We're looking at adding a second floor on top of the administration building, which will open in the fall of 19. From a programming standpoint, in order to maintain innovations and continue to be progressive, we're looking at an avionics program in partnership with 2 local Butler County airports. We're exploring adding FAA 107 credential for unmanned aerial vehicle certifications along with avionics. This has been submitted to the state for approval as a credentialed pathway. We're exploring additive technology, as I've mentioned before. We're also we have 2 blended learning campuses on our programs, and we're also exploring senior-only programs. Our Project Life program, which works with students with disabilities who are adults looking to get in the workforce, we're happy to report that we have actually copyrighted and have sold the copyright and the curriculum to a school district in the state of Kansas. We're also exploring expansion in Hawaii, and a number of my staff members are saying they want to make visits to make sure that they implement the curriculum correctly, but we're still working on finalizing those arrangements. So we've also expanded our commercial driver's license into Montgomery County, and we know that sometimes the lifeblood of a company is making sure that their product gets to market, and the commercial driver's license industry is continuing to grow. From an advocacy standpoint, we're continuing to meet with legislators, both local, state, and federal. We do that almost on a bi-monthly basis. We're also working with all of our chambers, and we're very excited that we have our Hamilton chamber here, Representative Dan Bates, who has done a tremendous job of connecting business and industry with our education system, and we look forward to those continued partnerships. So again, the last couple of things I want to mention about advocating for a military pathway. We're going to offer in April 9th, a military recognition ceremony, and this was partly created as a result in partnership with Butler County ESC. It was created as a result that when I would go to all of these graduations, we would have students who were going into the military stand up, and they would clap, and that would be their recognition. And we thought that, we have college signing days, which students put on a hat, and they sit in front of a microphone, and maybe even the press will arrive. But I think that it's high time that we have a military recognition for those students who are graduating seniors who have committed to be a part of the military. We should honor and recognize them. So we've invited all 10 school districts that are a part of Butler County. If their students would like and their parents would like to attend, we'll have a recognition ceremony for all of those students who have signed on to be a part of the military services April 9th. We want to continue to be a part of the innovation and a part of the revolution of public education. And so I turn again to this for you because there are some things that we need you to do as an audience. And so if you look at the back of this, there are 3 things that you can do to be a part of this. One is participate in our Business Advisory Council. If you're a business owner and you are in need of employees, and we have options that can bring those prospective employees to your place of work, we're happy to work with you. You can see any of our chamber representatives. You can see any of our staff members. We're happy to connect with you because we do know that there is a workforce crisis right now. Spread the word. The perception of Hamilton and the perception of career tech education, sometimes there is a misperception about what's happening. There are a tremendous amount of things happening that are fantastic in the city of Hamilton, just as there are great things happening in career tech education. And continuing to share that message is very important because there sometimes is a misperception about what we're really about. And if you have a desire to go to college, we have a pathway for you. If you have a desire to go into the military, we have a pathway for you. If you have the desire to go straight to work and make between $50,000 and $70,000 a year as an 18-year-old student and get a $3,500 signing bonus before you graduate high school and have 5 to 7 offers, we have a pathway for you. If that attracted you as an audience member and you may want to come into our adult education program, see me afterward and maybe we can work something out. we're proud. The second thing, so we want you to spread the word. We also want you to get social. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, forward those stories. Because each and every time we share those stories, and I love to see the updates from Hamilton City Schools and Badin and Kathy Bishop-Clark, who I'm going to be introducing next here from Miami Regionals. They're doing tremendous work. And collectively, we can begin to share the message that public education and the education system, both at the high school level and at the college level, we're ready to transform. We're ready to revolutionize. We are ready to innovate. And so we look forward to being a part of that. So with us serving 15,000 students a day, we look forward to being progressive. We look forward to revolutionizing public education to being what we want it to be for all of our children. So with that being said, I would like to introduce Kathy Bishop-Clark, who is the Regional Dean of Miami University Regionals.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, let me begin by saying I've been with Miami for 29 years. I've been at the regional campuses for 29 years, and I love Miami. I love Miami, and I love the regional campuses. So I was here a year ago, and as any true academic, I'm going to start this presentation with a quiz and end it with a quiz. Okay, so a year ago, I came to you, and I said, I wanted you to walk away remembering two things. Now, admittedly, this is a year ago, right? Two things, but I have two prizes here. Okay, and this isn't just your boring swag. We got good stuff in here. You know, I got one of these, right? If anybody can remember, for the two people who can remember one of those, I got two big prizes here. Can anyone remember what I asked you to walk away with remembering from a year ago? You are Miami. We are Miami, yes. Number one, we are Miami. Here you go. There you go. Number one, we are Miami University. We will remain Miami University. And then there was a second message. Does anybody remember that second message? Yes. No, not John. John's heard this message. Oh, yes. Close enough. There are 17 bachelor's degrees at Miami Regionals, which you can start and finish. Okay, these two, they don't know it, but they are our new honorary Miami ambassadors. Let's give them one more round of applause. So according to the U.S. News and World Report, Miami University is number 2 in the nation with respect to commitment to undergraduate education. Okay, let me repeat that. 2 in the nation, not 2 in the state. No, hey. Not 2 in the state, not 2 in Butler County, in the nation. Miami-Hamilton is exactly 2 miles from here. Okay? You can walk from here to Miami-Hamilton, one of the number 2 universities in the state with respect to undergraduate education. And I emphasize it's right here in our community. What I want to highlight today is a little bit about where we were 5 years ago and where we are today. So 5 years ago, in 2013, our motto was, come here, go anywhere. Okay, come on into Miami University regional campuses and you can go anywhere. Still the case, come here, go anywhere. But now we want you to come here and we want you to stay here to finish that bachelor's degree. Or if you don't stay, at least relocate to Oxford. Okay, you can still go multiple paths, but we have a way to start here and stay here. 2013, we had 13 associate degrees, we had 5 bachelor's degrees, and we had no master's degrees. We still have 13 associate degrees. As I just mentioned, we have 17 bachelor's degree, and we have 1 master's degree that's entirely online. In 2013, our main competitors were Sinclair and Cincinnati State. We analyze our data. We analyze the people who apply to us and they don't come. Here's our main competitors now. University of Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky University, Wright State, and Ohio University. Those are our main competitors. We know that 92% of the students who come to Miami Regionals come wanting a bachelor's degree. So they step foot in the door knowing that they want a bachelor's degree. 2013, we had 0 College Credit Plus students. Today, we have over 500 College Credit Plus students. 2013, we had minimal e-learning. Today, we have over 200 online courses. We have 6 degrees that you can complete entirely online. We do have students that are in Chicago that are completing their online degrees from Miami Regionals, and we have 3,000 students taking classes online. So there are multiple pathways, many more than in the past, to once you get to higher education, to take all those different paths and complete those degrees. We have, for the first time, I think in Miami's history, but that goes back to 200 years, so I can't, I can only vouch for the last 29. Okay, but for the first time in 2018, we will have students who are starting as a class in the Oxford campus and relocating to the regionals, and that's in our nursing program. Okay, so our nursing program, which is housed only on the regional campuses, in 2018, we are admitting our first class, and we're in the process of that. They'll start in Oxford, and they will finish at the regional campuses. This is pretty exciting. We haven't even advertised it, and Oxford has over 700 applications for 40 slots that we have. So we're pretty excited about that. And then the last thing I want to say a little bit about before we do our wrap-up quiz is that we love being a part of the Hamilton community. I mean, we absolutely love it. I have loved getting to know people in this community. It's a community that's moving in the right direction and in the same direction. And part of one of the grants that we received recently that I'm the most proud of is an Upward Bound grant in Hamilton High School. So we have 60 students in Hamilton High School who are the first in their family to attend college, and we're working with them to provide the support to succeed not only in academics, but in mind and in spirit. They are coming this summer to our campus to spend 6 weeks this summer, and the bottom line is we're working with Hamilton. We're working to help students who never even envisioned college in their future to begin to envision it. Okay, so my final quiz. I am going to ask Mr. Dan Bates to come up. We'll see how he does. We'll see whether he's been paying, we'll see if he's been paying any attention at all. Okay. Mr. Bates, welcome.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so question number 1. The average cost of tuition for public state institutions in the state of Ohio is about $10,000 a year. What is the cost of tuition at Miami Regionals?
$8,500.
$8,500. Good guess. 5K. Way to go. Some people are flashing 5 to me. 5. Okay, excellent. Good guess. Number 2. Nationally, in 2015, 82% of college graduates are either employed or were going to school after they graduated. Okay, so nationally it's 82%. What is it at Miami Regional for Miami Regional campus graduates?
86.
Good guess. It is 95%. 95%. And our third question, how many events did Miami University regional campuses hold in its community last year?
75.
That's a great guess. It's actually over 100. Very good guess. Over 100 events in the community. And the final question, I hope you didn't do research on this one because I told them what the question was. How old is the Hamilton campus?
15 years.
15 years. Boo, boo. Right. Miami Hamilton is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. So, thank you. So we've wrapped up our first 50 years and we're getting started on our next 50. And as we start that 50 years, I hope you can join us at a huge celebration that we're going to be having on September 15th, 2018. You'll hear more about it. But to wrap this up, as we start the next 50 years, we are going to be a better Miami Regionals. We're going to remain integrated in this community. We're going to remain committed to educating this community. I thank you 50 years ago for building us, and I thank you for your continued support.
Our next speaker is Tony Orr, Superintendent of Hamilton City Schools.
Okay, let's see here. Miami Regionals is Miami. Sell Blockbuster and Sears stock. Okay, got it. Okay, good afternoon. It is a privilege and an honor to be a part of the State of the Schools address. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for organizing this event, along with the Rotary, Linden Wall, Kiwanis, and ButlerTech for their sponsorship. I also want to congratulate my colleagues for what they do to help Hamilton children. And like my colleagues, we have much to celebrate. But before we celebrate Hamilton City School successes, I wanted to share with you that my popularity is on the rise. Last year, we had no school closings, causing one student to send me the following message: "You've shortened our breaks, you've drained our souls. The least you could do is give us a delay when it's cold and snowing." This year, after we closed school, students sent me the following messages: "This is a first for Hamilton with you being superintendent. History is being made." Another shares, "Woo-hoo, I never thought this would happen." And finally, apparently I have helped one student find religion because he writes, "You are a wonderful man, and I ask that the Lord bless you." So let's hold on to that last thought as I share our district's achievements. I have been pondering our accomplishments for a great deal. After all, how do you measure success? For Hamilton City Schools, it falls into two broad categories, what I would coin the metrics of the mind and the metrics of the heart. When it comes to the metrics of the mind, we're really talking about success in the classroom. Our focus is on quantitative data that allows us to improve student performance. William Edwards Deming, an American engineer, professor, and author, writes, "In God we trust, all others must bring data." Our data clearly supports that we are improving significantly. We are proud of our recent academic accomplishments, improving in an incredible 18 out of 23 tested areas, some by more than 10%. For me, I am excited and proud of not only our students, but also our staff. You see, our improvements are not happening accidentally. Holding on to past instructional methodology is fine when it brings about positive results. However, when traditions hold us back, we have to change and move forward. Our staff leads the way, which is apparent by the following. Jim Mamer, Assistant Director of our math programs, is leading a team of our teachers to present at a national conference to be held in the state up north. Riverview Elementary teacher Ann Kramer won the State of Ohio Council for Social Studies Outstanding Teacher Award. And then finally, our very own Zach Vanderveen won Ohio's Outstanding Technology Using Administrator Award, and we couldn't be more proud. Improving student performance has required that our staff exert a great deal of effort and what I would call sweat equity. All of our elementary principals and assistant principals participated in the Literacy Collaborative Leadership Training at The Ohio State University, focusing on how to transform a building's culture to one that emphasizes a growth mindset using a balanced literacy approach. And by the way, this is exciting to me. Newly created literacy coaches also participated in intensive literacy training, focusing on how to support skills-based, individualized approaches to teaching reading. We are now tracking each individual student using data analytics so that we know where our students are every single day. This has resulted in our tremendous gains, and I really truly believe the phrase, "you ain't seen nothing yet," is applicable. At the secondary level, it speaks volumes to the quality of our teachers and our students that our students find themselves vying for the top colleges in the United States. After all, when examining the top 10% of our graduates, over 50 students, the average ACT score exceeds 26 points. 38 of our students graduated summa cum laude with a GPA of 3.9 or higher. 216 students from Big Blue, that's how many we sent off to college last year, with scholarships totaling nearly $12 million. But our mission statement says we're preparing students for college, careers, and life. To that end, 25 of our Hamilton grads enlisted in the National Guard, Army, Air Force, Navy, and the Marines to proudly serve and defend our country. One shining example of this dedication is the Kalama twins, Braden and Kaylin. This brother and sister dynamic duo gave their time and dedication through our NJROTC program. And as of January, the Kalamas just successfully completed their training at Parris Island, and they're now proudly serving our country as United States Marines. As we find ourselves halfway through this school year, we are also celebrating our increased opportunities for our students. We continue to focus on ways to support and encourage our students to attend college, but how do we help defray that cost? This year, Hamilton High School has 173 students taking 490 College Credit Plus classes on site through Sinclair and through our very own faculty. That's 1,600 credit hours of college before they leave Big Blue. Because these credits transfer to any Ohio public college and some private universities inside and outside of our state, these students have the potential to earn up to 2 years' worth of college credit before they graduate high school at no cost to their parents. This does not include our 8 advanced placement courses that we offer at Big Blue that include AP Literature, Spanish, Government, United States History, Psychology, Art Studio, Environmental Science, and Physics. Diverse opportunities abound in Hamilton City Schools. Just this year, Miami University Regionals partnered with Hamilton High School, as Kathy mentioned. By the way, side note, don't send her your speech, to secure a $1.3 million upward bound grant. This 5-year grant supports our students as they complete high school and prepare to enter and succeed in college. And it's addressing, in its comprehensive approach, it's addressing many of their needs academically with tutors. It incorporates health, nutrition, and even civic engagement. Each year we celebrate our successes, and our diverse student body makes it easy to do this when we have students like Sarah Howard. She's been named a commended student in the 2018 National Merit Scholarship Program. But then there's Riley Johnson. She's a National Merit semifinalist, placing among the top 50,000 scorers of more than 1.6 million students who entered this 2018 competition. But it has to be a well-rounded academic program, and that has to include the arts, humanities, and of course athletics. We have over 1,200 students in bands and orchestras, and our students are flourishing in jazz, electronic strings, drama, performance, and visual arts. Our marching band, approximately 140 strong, competed this year in Bands of America Grand Nationals, and they earned an excellent rating. Further, our Rhapsody in Blue and our Livewire groups received numerous awards for their performances. Students Annie Smith and Alexis Combs were named national winners of the Scholastic Art Exhibit. And finally, this past fall, three of our AP art students began attending the Art Academy of Cincinnati, while 2 others were accepted into University of Cincinnati's College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning. With our 27 athletic programs, there's too much to celebrate. But I'd be remiss not to celebrate Cece Riggins, our junior girls basketball phenom, who recently scored 40 points against Coleraine. So Cece, I hope you're watching this. And to recognize senior golfer Trace Thomas, who was selected as one of only 81 school players in the country to play at Pebble Beach in an official PGA Tour Champions event. He should be available to help many of you with your swings soon. When considering the metrics of the mind, I couldn't be more pleased with the positive direction of our district. But we are so much more than that. Our diverse student population is made even stronger by their exposure to the metrics of the heart. Albert Einstein says it best, not everything that counts can be counted. and not everything that can be counted counts. This year, we opened the Miami School located on Ross Avenue. On the first floor, we serve our community with a one-stop shop where parents can register their kids. A parent with children in elementary, middle, and high school no longer needs to visit each individual building. They can do it all at the Miami School. Children are also assessed for preschool there. We provide a bilingual translator. We try to make sure we're serving our entire community. The second floor of the Miami School is reserved for our Blended Learning Academy, which seeks to combine state-of-the-art technology, a caring teacher, and smaller class sizes for non-traditional learners. This year, we've already helped 11 students graduate that may not have made it. Our district continues to celebrate the metrics of the heart in regards to our school-based health clinic. For some in our community, transportation to the clinic was an issue. So as a result, the district purchased school vans, provided personnel to transport students on a daily basis to the health clinic. And so far, we've already transported 500 students who wouldn't have otherwise been able to go there. As a result, these students are able to get the medical attention they need, required immunizations, or needed vision exams. Through the first semester of this year, we've already provided health care to over 1,000 students and families. I'm also pleased to share that we have many partnerships throughout our community. It's really a part of the renaissance that we're going through, and it's friends like the Butler County United Way, the Hamilton Community Foundation, and certainly the YMCA. Partnering with Community Foundation and the Butler County ESC has allowed us to provide success liaisons. These staff members work directly with their families to help families find resources they might not otherwise be aware of. And again, what we're trying to do is eliminate any barriers to learning. Another metric of the heart involves our district staff members partnering with the Caring Closet, a nonprofit organization that provides gently used clothing and personal hygiene items for our students. The Caring Closet has assisted over 600 students this year who needed basic clothing. And in your folders, I would encourage you to look in that, and you're going to find one of their flyers, and consider supporting this worthwhile organization. They're wonderful. In closing, on behalf of our Board of Education, our outstanding students and staff, I thank you for your continued support. Together, we should all be Hamilton proud. And by the way, yes, tomorrow, school will be open. Thank you, and God bless.
Obviously set too far in the back for all this, but I would like to thank the Hamilton Chamber and Rotary Club and the Lindenwold Kiwanis Club of Hamilton for hosting the event. We're all dedicated to the schools in our community. We all sponsor scholarships and adopted school program. One thing Lindenwold Kiwanis is I'm personally proud of the most was we sponsored a food cart for the visually impaired students in Hamilton City Schools that's self-sustaining. It teaches the kids lifestyle skills such as counting money. Most people don't think about that, but if you can't see it, how do you know what bill is what? But I'd like for everybody to thank everybody for coming out, and the meeting is adjourned.